Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Oh my gosh, it is so good to see you all. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, we are back. We are back with Talk on Tuesday. And I'm really excited that you guys are here. Good gracious. We're getting started. We're getting fired up. We're getting fired up. We're getting fired up. And it is the second week of July. I'm excited about that. Oh my goodness. I got a lot to get to today, so I'm going to just get it going. Guys, let me know that you're there in the chat. It's Val the Voice Johnson. It is Talk on Tuesday, and we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you could join me on this auspicious Tuesday evening, darling. And thank you so very much for being here. If you're interested in starting your own platform or becoming a fan of our Interludes platform, join us on Patreon. I'll ask Kevin to go ahead and place it in the chat. Become a fan or a member of our podcasting community today as we enjoy some summer vibes. And I'll go ahead, and it is patreon.com/interludes. That's what's going on with that. Oh my goodness. And also, our episode today is brought to you by Legal Shield. Oh my goodness. Need a will or trust prepared or updated? Worried about identity theft or have a business you need to protect or trademark? Learn how Legal Shield can help you present your legal needs at a fraction of the cost. Please visit the website link tr.ee/Pure Light Media for more information. And as before, I'll go ahead and have Kevin go ahead and place it in the chat. Oh gosh, I have to change this phone number that I have in here. It's 652, not 662. If you guys have been texting that number, I gotta go ahead and make that change. Like Michael Jackson. Oh my goodness. There is so much going on. Please, guys, let me know how you doing in the chat. Give me a shout. Let me see who is here. Let me see who is here. I see Wise is here. Thank you. Let's go. It's my brother there, brother from another mother. Really love that you're here. And I see someone is saying, good evening, Queen. I love that. I love that. Good evening. And that is Miss April. I'm able to see the Facebook folks there. And I see my boy Daniel is here. What's up, Daniel? We did a clubhouse room earlier today on do's and don'ts for podcasting. That was a fun room. I'm so happy about that. And yes, we are enjoying the summer vibes. I'm really enjoying that. And I love it. California's in the house. Thank you so very much for that love. And is that my cousin? Is that Alvin? Alvin, what's up? Oh, that we like to call him Al Boo. That's what we like to call him, Al Boo, here in the family. But oh good lord, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot to get to. But let me know what you did over the weekend. I'd love to know that. Please place it in the chat. And yes, it's been a minute, but Mr. Springer is back. He's like, welcome back to Interludes Extra Talk on Tuesdays. I see a lot of folks are in the building. Go ahead and give me a shout while you're there in the chat. I'm really appreciating that. I just finished what do you call this? A summit called Girl Power. Oh, wow. It was really cool. Yes, Albu. That's it. Yeah, stop laughing at me, cousin. I just finished this, and it is a 3-day summit. This was our first day, and today was a focus on wellness. And it also included wellness coach and a former guest of Interludes, Dr. Marie Celestin, dream coach Ken Grace, and wellness advocate Grace Felix. And we're not done, ladies and gentlemen. We're not done. We have 2 more evenings filled with special guest speakers, raffle giveaways, and a way for you to get connected with your next coach or business partner. And I'll ask Kevin to go ahead and place it in the chat, a link for the summit. Hey, guess what? Guess how much it costs? It's free. So we'll be back tomorrow night. And I'm excited about that. I believe tomorrow night's going to be a love night. So I'll be tuning in. I am the host and playing some music. So I'm going to have, it's going to be Yvette Vertil. And he also appeared on our Interludes podcast. I want to say about a year and some change ago. So he'll be talking about relationships and some other things as well. So if you all were enjoying the summer, I'm going to check the chat in a bit. If you guys were enjoying the summer, enjoying what was happening in the weekend, I got a chance to go to Omaha, and that's the reason why it took me a minute to come back. I think I did something for like 5 to 10 minutes last week in my aunt's basement, but I just want to say hello. Ginger peach turmeric is one of my favorite teas. I just had a little bit of it. I got a little bit left here in the cup. However, my aunt is known for her pound cakes. That is a 7-Up pound cake that disappeared in not 1, not 2, but 3 days. It disappeared quickly. And so I got a chance, guys, to meet in person Coach Tony. And he was here in the Chicagoland area over in the village of Romeoville. And I got a chance to see him, meet his assistant coach, and get a chance to meet his team. And this was really fun, seeing the coach in person and seeing what he does. I have a lot of respect for what Coach Tony does. And to see him with his team was just wonderful. I really, really wait a minute. Who is this saying smooches? Hi, cousin. That's my other cousin talking. She's so cute. Anyway, so it was good to meet the team, and that's them there with the Coach Tony. And of course, we got a chance to take a picture together. Last time I saw Coach Tony in person, it was a long, long time ago. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Latoya. All right. Hello, my people of excellence. We are excellent. Yes, we are. So it was good to be able to see him in person. Oh, all right. I'm at this Starbucks situation. It's like the biggest one in North America. I don't know. I think it's a bigger one in Seattle. I don't know. Yay! All right, we're gonna get some coffee. So I had some folks come in from out of town, and went after church yesterday. We got a chance to go to the Starbucks Reserve Rotisserie. That's what that says, right? Yes, where they make the coffee, you see it happen, and then some other fantastic things happen. There are a couple of these large Reserve Rotisserie. There's one in New York, and of course, there's one in Seattle, the birthplace of Starbucks. I thank Audrey for getting me addicted to Starbucks. It's really, really funny. Oh my good gracious. That is hilarious. And so, and who is that? Michelle, good to see you. Yes, I love me some Starbucks. Oh my goodness. Starbucks is one of my favorites. And so, as we were getting our stuff together and doing what we usually do, you could actually see them make the coffee. That's what's very exciting. They make the coffee right there. And then, of course, they have it representing from different countries. I'm seeing Ethiopia, Kenya. If you guys have ever been to what is that called? A Starbucks Reserve Rotisserie, like the one that we went to, go ahead and place it in the chat. And I see, yeah, who's saying that? Janelle. Yes, Janelle. It was her that got me addicted to the doggone Starbucks. It's absolutely horrible. Thanks a lot, Kevin. I really appreciate you going ahead and doing that. So, yeah, we got a chance to do that, and it was just good to see there was whiskey brewed coffee. Oh my gosh, there was a cold brew that one of my friends got a chance to try. We also went over to Portillo's. I tried their plant-based dog. I don't understand. And oh, why is it suggesting this? I need to try the passion drink, no ice with coconut milk. Okay, I could do that. I don't know how that's going to taste, but there you go. But there we are. We were on the rooftop of Starbucks, and that was some of our views and that type of thing. And thank you so very much, Kevin, for putting that in the chat. If you've ever been to a Starbucks Reserve, go ahead and place in the chat. There is 4 floors at Starbucks. And here's a heads up for my folks that love Starbucks so much that you have the app on your phone. You can pay for your drinks there, but you can't use your points. hmm I was a little salty about that. Just a little bit, just a little bit. But we really had a good time there. And so I just had a blast. And so I just wanted to go ahead and share that. But I have to get to the Essence Music Festival. And here we go. I have a question on the floor before I travel on to that. Oh, I see Dr. Renee is on. What is a Starbucks Reserve? It's where they make the coffee. They have kind of a layout of, and then on different floors, there are different types of drinks and pastries. And it's not what you would normally purchase at a Starbucks. I think that's what happens there. Yeah, it's not what you normally purchase at a Starbucks. Like I tried to go for the caramel macchiato, they didn't have it at the Reserve. You had to get some other fushi, you know, very high end type of drink. So yeah, Dr. Renee, that is what that is, that type of drink. And then I got a chance to go up to the roof. I was very excited about that. I didn't get a chance to go to Essence Music Festival. I really wish that I did. I was really enjoying my time in Omaha, so I had access to watch some of the things on Hulu. But what I did get a chance to see, and this was after the broadcast, was the Color Purple. Some of the folks came together and talked about this movie that's coming out. It's based on the musical. And as I come here, Fantasia, Danielle Brooks, Taraji P. Henson, and director Blitz Bazouye. And he was there, and Oprah was there as well. And what they did was kind of really encourage the crowd to go and see this film, which is a phenomenal, fantastic film. I think that's what's most important, is that they did that. And Taraji P. Henson talked about, they casted her as Shug Avery. So she was, talking about that. Fantasia portrayed the same role as Whoopi Goldberg on Broadway, and she did that show. Very grueling. If anyone knows how it is when you do a Broadway show, and I think it's anywhere from, I don't know, I think it's 6 nights, anywhere from 7 to 10 shows a week. It can be very grueling. And then they made The Color Purple on Broadway a musical. So there's Danielle Brooks and Fantasia in that shot. And then also the director there, along with Taraji P. Henson, just really talking about it. And I got this shot of her. I cannot wait. This movie gets released in December of this year. And so The Color Purple, very, very excited. A celebration of legacy. And I think that was one of the things that kicked off the Essence Festival at the very beginning, I think on June 30th. And so I ended up watching this video thanks to YouTube, which is always fun. But of course, people were talking about the concerts. How did Lauryn Hill do? The if you saw any of the concerts for the Essence Music Festival, I'm going to need somebody to let me know what you thought. Thank you, Michelle. And now, you know what? I got a chance to meet Fantasia. She is amazing. And I think when I saw the trailer for The Color Purple, I got very emotional. So I'm very excited to see what they're exactly going to do with that. And so this is coming out, I believe, Christmas Day in December for The Color Purple. So Megan Thee Stallion, Lauryn Hill, they also did many dedications to the women in hip hop. You had Salt and Pepper, you had Spinderella, you had Angie Martinez, Missy Elliott did a performance. It was a lot of folks that did their thing. However, there was something that went viral a little bit over the weekend, probably I think a little bit last week. I'm one of the big fans of India Ari. You're not your average girl from your video. Loved it. But one of the raciest concerts that happened was Megan Thee Stallion, but we all know how she does. And then, there was also Janelle Monáe, who kind of, got a little excited. A lot of people are, I feel like this. A lot of people are excited to be outdoors, so they're just getting a little too excited. So anyway, if you guys got a chance to see any of the concerts or even watched it on Hulu, just go ahead and put it in the chat. I'd love to go ahead and gauge your situation. But the real thing that I want to talk about was Keke Palmer and her partner. I'm just going to be very respectful. Her partner, Darius Jackson. The two of them recently just brought into the world a very healthy baby boy, Leo, and he's a beautiful young man. Beautiful. He's only about 4 months. But what ended up happening, Keke, I thought she did great. And there was a film that came out last year called Nope. And I was like, oh, yeah. So we know her. I've been knowing her. She's 29 years old. I've been knowing her. She did the Aquila and the Bee. She's done a bunch of other things. She's done the host of a couple of game shows on NBC. That's always fun. But then she and her girls went on a girl trip to Vegas. Usher right now is currently doing a residency. And I think he was singing There Goes My Baby, but he ends up seeing her in the crowd. And then she's got this outfit on and sheer, she's showing things. She's happy. She's, really excited to see, really excited to see, who is this? Usher. So she's, kikiing like a schoolgirl, like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And then she's hugging up on him. And then all of a sudden, her man, Darius, is at home, possibly with the baby. And he tweets this out. It's the outfit, though. You a mom. And then I guess the Twitterverse went after him, because a lot of people loved Keke. And then all of a sudden, he later further defended his comments by stating, we live in a generation where a man of the family does not want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others. And he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case, he added. And he deactivated his account, his social media account. I think it was Instagram. And then I think it was either Twitter. It was either Twitter or Instagram. And then they both stopped following each other on the situation. So I'm gonna stop this right here. Okay. Let Auntie speak to you both. I'm gonna let Auntie, this is Auntie Valerie, speak to you both. Darius, I'm not familiar with you. I don't know you that well, but okay. This is my advice to you. If you have an issue with your woman and whatever she does, please talk to her on this wonderful device. It's called a cell phone. Give her a call. Give her a text. Call her. Tell her what she posted. Keke, my Aquila the Bee and all of that. I'm gonna need you to cover up. We could do what we do. We can have an opinion. We can have a good old time. I understand it. Girls trip, all of that. I think even with what she was wearing, I think Darius was most disturbed because of how she was hugging up on Usher. Now, Darius, my further advice to you, if you want to be respected and want your woman, your mother of your kids, to respect you, put a ring on it. I don't think they're married. I think, I refer to him, Darius, as partner. You are entitled to your feelings, young man. You are. However, please discuss this with your boo here on the phone. Not on Twitter, not on Instagram. Keke, cover up. That's all I'm going to say. Please. I love you. And all of the deals that you have going, I know people are probably thinking she's the breadwinner. She can do whatever she wants to. She can do whatever. And here's a Michelle. Yeah, cheek upon cheek. She can do whatever she wants to. However, if you want those, I want to see TV hosts, movie roles. If you want them to continue to come and they be good and not degrading, watch what you're doing in public. Just some advice. Just some advice. I'm just throwing my little 2 cents into it. That's all. However, I have to say she's probably being encouraged to live her best life, showing cheeks upon cheeks, as Michelle says, because other people are showing their cheeks and other things. Janelle Monáe at the Essence Music Festival, she exposed her breasts. That was fun. The men were probably going crazy. I think this was at the Met Gala. Gabrielle Union, love her, love Gabrielle, love her. But she had this dress on that, had her backside exposed. She's a mom and she's, of a woman of a certain age, but she doesn't look it. She looks fabulous. So it's all about, I want to say, presentation. It's all about how you want to be treated. And Darius, you are right in how you feel. I completely get it. But number one, do it privately. Number two, you want her to respect you and you love and respect her. Put a ring on it, please. Okay. That's all for that. I'm gonna get off of that because that was uncomfortable for me turning into auntie. Now we're gonna go to a show that I have been watching. Mr. Womble told, and we went ahead and reviewed the first season of The Bear last season. I love this show. This show was phenomenal. And I got a chance to go ahead and check it out. It's shot here in Chicago, which I'm always excited for. I meant to put some more notes in here. Jeremy Allen White ended up winning an Emmy for leading this wonderful ensemble cast. And I have to say that you guys have got to check it out. They unlike last year, they put all 10 episodes on Hulu immediately. So you guys can go ahead and check it out. I'm halfway through the season and there have been some wonderful guest cameos that have been in on this show as well. If I'll go ahead and remind you, it's about this young man, Cammy, who unfortunately loses his brother, and his brother owns a shop, a sandwich shop in Chicago. And he has gone away to New York, became a very well chef, but then he returns home to do something with the shop. Now, at the end of the last season, what ended up happening is that it went through some damage, but then they found some unexpected money. And so they are in the process of taking that money and then also borrowing some money to make the restaurant better, and even sending some of the cooks to culinary school, one overseas. Oh my gosh, it's so phenomenal. Jamie Lee Curtis is one of the wonderful cameos that is in the 10 episode series. And then I was so happy to see one of my favorite actor directors, Robert Townsend. He's portraying this young lady, Ale, her character in The Bear, and they have this wonderful chat across from each other, and she's letting him know, I'm not going to get paid, but I'm going to help this restaurant come back. And just having that tough question, like, I could get you back at Boeing at any time. Have you guys ever had those tough conversations with your family? Have you ever had that? Oh my gosh. And I see somebody is agreeing with me. Who's agreeing with me? Yes, Chantel, she says The Bear is great. It sure is. That's right. Somebody said put a ring on it. That's right. Please, Lord, please put a ring on it. Love the show. And Ale, yes, I love her character. I really, and she grew on me as well. She definitely grew on me as well. Who said that? That's Janelle. Yes, thank you very much, Janelle. So guys, if you haven't checked out The Bear, this is one of those films that series that I really, really love. I love how they make Chicago look. They have her going out and testing food and literally going around to see how other people run their restaurants. She's getting advice, she's gathering advice. It's wonderful. And then of course people are finding out there's mold in the restaurant. What are we going to do? Somebody's eye got put out by that. It was really a fun time. And so I'm very excited about this series, and I'm so grateful. When Michael was in my face last year, you've got to watch this show. This was one of his excellent suggestions. And if you've never seen this series, if you have Hulu, please go ahead and check it out. All 10 episodes are up right now. I think it started streaming at the end of June. I was checking it out over my break, and I really, 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 and somebody just asked, what is that on? That's an excellent question. It is currently streaming on Hulu. If you still have cable, that's FX. But definitely it put all of the episodes up. So I'm hoping and praying that with all of the critical acclaim that it's getting, and then of course the Emmy win that went to Jeremy, who leads up the cast, that they will go ahead and renew the season. But that's, as soon as we pay the writers their worth. Ladies and gentlemen, The Bear is currently streaming on Hulu. And if you have regular TV, every week it's coming up on FX. Thank you so very much for that, Kevin. I appreciate you putting that in the chat. And if you guys haven't seen it, please check it out. I'm biased because it's shot here in Chicago. I'm extremely biased because it's shot here in Chicago. But anyway, let me get on with it. Great coaching. It was good to see some folks in person doing their coaching thing. But you know what? It's good to see him back in the saddle. He was here in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area, but he's back. He's back in Nashville doing his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some It's time for some sports. Let's go.
I'm still bopping over here, pal.
Hey.
I come with that Wu-Tang tonight. Got that Wu-Tang.
Oh.
Man. Hey, you quickly becoming my favorite person. You know that, right, Val?
I am? Oh, I didn't realize that. What did I do?
Let me tell you something. I listened to the early part of the show tonight. You were jamming on that information, man. You gave me some information I didn't know. And you write about Kiki. Cover it up, girl. I love Kiki.
Me too.
Hey, but she got to, you got to keep it covered. If not, when you get to that stardom level, everybody coming at you.
I know. And here's the thing. I don't know Darius. I just really wish he would have said something to her privately, but I know his feelings were hurt. I know he was in his feelings. And so he felt disrespected. He is entitled to feel that way. What did you think about that, Tony?
I just know if I run up on Taraji Henson, it's on and popping. That's all I'm saying.
Well, she ain't married. Well, she ain't, her kids are grown, so you can roll up on her. You can roll up on her.
I'm just trying to tell you, man, Taraji, my girl. If I roll up on her, it's gonna be like hustle and flow again. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here with a pimp. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to hustle every day. But the crazy part about it, Val, let me kick off the top of this show. Tell them first of all, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I got a chance to hang out with my girl for the weekend. Made me feel like a mini superstar. It was awesome. I want to shout out to my AAU basketball squad, my Tennessee Edge boys from the top, Chris Avery, my guard, Mocha Dewberry, my other guard. I got Wyatt Gillian. I've got Matt. Rice is down there playing the post. My assistant coach, Coach Justin, is my guy. That's in the house. Got Amir. He's playing on the wing. He had a great weekend, by the way. All my guys did. Went to Chicago, 3-1 in the tournament. Javante Hayes, Kyle Hampton. So we had a great weekend. I was proud of the boys. I was proud of the way they played. And more importantly, Val, I just want to thank you for taking time to come out, snap some great photos. We ate some good Chicagoland pizza. We went out and hung out, and you followed us, and we had a great. Unfortunately, the game that we played, you came to. I got so upset that we lost. I really wanted to win that game so
I
much,
know.
but
I know.
I take my hats off. And you mentioned something earlier about the Essence Festival. We will be
Yeah.
at the Essence Festival this weekend because we're playing in Indianapolis.
Really? I did not know that. Oh my God.
We're in Indy this weekend.
Wow. And I think, yeah, because I think Essence kind of does this thing where it goes around to different cities as well. And so, yeah, so the big party that's around July 4th happens in New Orleans, and I like to call it New Orleans and
Right,
NOLA.
New Orleans. And
Mhm.
I can't forget one of my other kids who had a solid weekend. You talked to him with the long Rastafari and had my guy Chris Morris. He was attacking the basket this weekend. Should have dunked on a couple people, in my personal opinion, but you know, it is what it is. We'll make it up as we get this weekend. Val, for the boys, are going to be very tough. It is what we
Mhm.
call the Nationals, and how they run the Nationals is kind of like similar to what you see on the NCAA field of 64. We will
Mhm.
play Friday night. We'll open up Friday night in Indy, and if
Mhm.
we win, we move on to the winners bracket. If we lose, we're in the consolation bracket. So I'm going to be working these boys real hard this week and preparing them for Indianapolis this weekend.
Wonderful. And like I said, it was really good to see you in person coaching. I mean, let me go ahead and stop sharing this. The advice that coach was giving his team was stuff that I could use in regular in life. I'm dead serious. Like, don't get emotional. Don't get in your feelings. Why be keep each other's head in the game. Let's communicate with one another. You guys, almost have like this person's double teaming me. What's happening? Like, get your head in the game. And when you mentioned this about, a hand and your hand is out like this, but you
Oh
can
yeah,
strike
so
a more powerful blow with it like this versus like that. I was taking in all of what you were
oh yeah,
saying,
that
Coach.
was so that was a. I got an opportunity to sit in on the great Coach K from Duke, a
Mm,
coaching clinic about 10 years ago, as I was trying to turn my program around. And what he talked about that he teaches philosophy with Duke University is the power
mhm.
of a fist. If you open smack somebody, unless you got a really strong hand, and depending on how you hit them, you could possibly break a finger or injure yourself. But if you hit them with a
Ouch.
closed fist, you're probably going to injure them or knock them out. So the point was that we can be on that basketball court and you can play like this, which is like playing like five individual people, and you can just continue to blame one another for the mistakes that you make. But if you play with a closed fist and you guys play on one accord, not only does the music sound good, but you look good.
Yeah. And so that was a great visual for me. And I definitely, I see Sandra said, I am readjusting right now because of what our people are trying to do. Okay, I get that. I get that. And of course, yes, definitely. Sandra says, great advice. And Coach K, you know what? A coach, I was just talking about the bear. The one of the main Ao, her character is studying one of the books from Coach K. And she said,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know who he is. And I was thinking, I'm gonna ask Coach about of Coach K. And how magically you just happened to mention him. I said, that's who he is. And the
That's
guy
right. Yeah, he's the head
and
coach of Duke.
yeah,
He
yeah.
retired now, and we got a Chicago homeboy is the head coach down there now, John Schrader, who
Oh,
north side of
wonderful.
Chicago is down there. But the thing is also with Springer running the boards tonight, Springer, I want to change this format that we got a little bit. We're going to bring something new to the table with
Okay.
our
All
audience,
right.
people that love my fans. If you are not pushing that button, subscribing to the hottest new show, because you're going to see me and Val and give or take 12, 13 months, we're going to probably be on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. That's just we're heading like like that. But we want to bring this new thing called What You Thinking. Not what you're thinking, but what you're thinking. And I'm gonna ask you guys in the audience tonight. So as we run in the show, I want to see some opinions. Two questions out there. One, you NBA fans, I want to know, what are your thoughts around the comments from the great Jerry West And if you guys don't know who Jerry West is, Jerry West was the all-time leading scorer, coach, GM, owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, who is also the logo of the of the NBA basketball. So that logo that you see on the NBA as a crossover, that is none other than Jerry West. He made a statement in a comment about the NBA is looking to change that logo. So my question tonight to you guys is, who should be that logo on the new NBA basketball? Jordan, my bad. I want to know what you guys think. The other question is, what do you also think about the comment from Russell Westbrook getting blackballed, as you say, by the NBA teams? He signed a $7.8 million contract Val last year and started to play with the Los Angeles Clippers, and now nobody wants him. Now, Val, this guy is a triple-double waiting to happen, and all of a sudden he's being pushed out. So my question is, should Russell Westbrook go ahead and take his lumps and retire, or is the NBA really missing out on a great player?
Yeah, so we need to figure that out big time. And of course, Wise says, of course, Jordan. But go ahead and let's answer that first question. What are your thoughts on what you think the next logo on all NBA basketball based on Jerry comments West? And what was his comments with Jerry West? Since this was from the 60s, right? This logo was made up in the 60s. Yeah.
It was made up in the 60s, so it's been with the NBA the entire 75 years of the NBA, which is now 78 years. And so they just looking for a change. His comment was basically, everybody's possibly looking at a Kobe situation because he's at Laker. West was a Laker, and the tragic situation that happened to Kobe, which is absolutely phenomenal. And the Kobe's logo almost looked like Jerry West's logo, but in reverse. I love Kobe. I'm a huge Kobe fan, but I got to go to Kobe's big brother. And that is, to me, the man that has a logo already, and everybody's familiar with that logo worldwide. It's none other than Jordan. It's Jumpman. And the Jumpman logo doesn't have to be created. The moment it goes on a basketball, you can drop that basketball in the middle of Timbuktu, and somebody's going to look at it and say, "Oh, there goes Jordan," right? And we're talking about kids, Val, who don't even know who Michael Jordan is wearing Jordan shoes, right?
Right. And Wise says he agrees. Of course, he believes that Jordan should be the new NBA logo. And then also, Kevin agrees. He says Jordan should be represented in the new NBA logo. And here's a question: would that be double dipping for him to have number one, the jump? Or also be the NBA. And I'm wondering what he would do. Would he be to the side? Would he be like doing a sky hook? What would he be doing?
No, if you pull up a pair of Jordan, you see that Jumpman logo. It's the split tongue, the tongue out ready to dunk. You know what I mean? So, Mike has meant so much to the game. It's so funny. And here's the reason why. And I think Wise was kind of pointing that out a moment ago. There's no other player in the modern era that anyone compares anyone else to besides Jordan. They don't say, who's better than LeBron, blah, 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 blah. They say, who is better than Jordan? Jordan's in every conversation when it comes to be the ultimate GOAT. Not the GOAT, but the ultimate GOAT. Mike James transcended a lot of things, and you now sit on a situation where you got kids, Val, who got pacifiers in their mouth wearing baby Jordans, right? So, you know what I mean? So, and I like LeBron, I like Kobe, but they're wearing Nikes. They're not wearing, they're not wearing the logo. They're wearing Nikes.
Right. Jordan. And you see here from our producer here, Mr. Womble, he says it's a no-brainer. It's still MJ's league. And then also one of your people that tuned in, Beam. What up, coach? I think the logo should be Bill Russell. I believe he did so much for the game. What do you think about having Bill Russell? That's a new person added to the situation.
You know something? I could see that, because here's what I would do in that situation, B. And I like that. I like that, B. That's a good twist. If it goes to Bill Russell, because last season, Val, I don't know if you watched a lot of NBA games, but they put the number 6 logo on every jersey and on every floor last year after Bill passed away. So I could see the NBA ball with a number 6 on the basketball. Here's one problem. I love the game, and the best number 6 to me was Dr. J. You see what I'm saying? So that number could get misconstrued. Again, as Womble said, it's MJ's league. It's got to go to
Well,
Jumpman.
well, here's William K. He says Bill Russell, Mike made the most money, but 12 championships for Bill. And
Yeah,
that's there.
that's
Yeah,
hard. I can't even argue with that at all. That is
Queen,
again.
Queen,
How do you get the silhouette though? You know, Bill didn't
yeah.
really have a silhouette. Mike's got a silhouette, and you know anything about marketing, Val, it's got to be short and simple.
Okay.
And the logo for Jumpman is short and simple.
So yeah, and Justin Allen, he says 11 rings, can't beat that. And then also Wise says that he's in total agreement with you, complete agreement. It should be Jordan. And of course, this is Queen Patty, Patty Cates. I love this. She says, like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
Patty Cake, that's my girl. What's up, Patty? Patty?
What up, Patty?
You're exactly right. Because what did they say on the commercial with Gatorade? I'm like Mike. I like to be like Mike. Hey, I'm telling you, you know, and I love Russell and all that, but I'm telling you, it's just Jordan. So we'll see what's going to happen on this situation. But here's the big comments that I want to get on this Russell Westbrook situation. This guy out of UCLA, underdog, comes into the NBA, hasn't gotten the rings, i.e. Charles Barkley, but what he's done, Val, the last 3 seasons post-COVID, this kid has averaged a triple-double and has broken his triple-double in the league over 2 seasons. And basically the teams have given him a contract. And now what the Clippers said from sources is that they gave him $7.8 million to keep him in the league, to basically keep him quiet. Every team he's gone to, he's kind of wrecked the what's a good word, Val? He's kind of made a run amok. You know what I mean? and they want to run him out. You know what I'm saying? He made a run amok. They want to run him out. But his last stop was in L.A., and you're not going to overpower the king, LeBron.
Okay,
LeBron. You know, LeBron's the voice of the NBA right now. And when he say you got to go, you got to go. And unfortunately for Russell, he had to go. He re-signed the contract with the Clippers. And here's the crazy part. The Clippers had a major injury in Kawhi, and Paul George didn't play a lot this season, and Russell still averaged a triple-double. So now the question on the floor is, should an NBA team extend or give this guy another shot? Or should Russell just go ahead and retire to the Charles Barkley and go fishing?
Oh my goodness. I think he should possibly retire. Probably have a sit down. I'm not sure, guys. Here's the thing, with all of the trouble that was happening, I think, you know, and then the Lakers did make it to the playoffs, but they didn't advance that much. So I'm always looking at what you're doing as a player. So if you're not advancing the team, then why are you here? Thank you so much for saying hello. What's up, Dolores? Good to see you. And okay, we'll get to you, Mark. He's always asking additional questions. Why, and this is Jason, why anybody look at other leagues replacing with another will prompt the same decision again in years to come? He's probably still talking about the logo. But yes, Russell, this might be, and he's a young player. I feel like he's, what is he, in his 30s?
Yeah, in his 30s.
Yeah, he's young. He's young.
He's like, you know, early 30s. And I think I go back to a point that you was trying to make a moment ago, and that is he's with the Lakers, right? And we know that's LeBron's team, right? And the problem was Russell was taking shots, Val, at inopportune times. You know, taking threes when the ball should have been in LeBron's hand, going to the goal. When there was no rebound opportunities. He was doing a lot of things, and then it was that nonchalant attitude, Val, like, so what? You know, I see it a lot on the AAU sideline sometimes with these kids. that you try to tell them that they need to play all as one, and they playing as individuals, and when we lose, it's someone else's fault, and that was Russell. And and wherever he's gone so far, the guy, they say he's never bought a house. He's lived in a townhouse for his entire 15 seasons because he's transferred 11 times.
That he's been on 10 teams.
Hey, a suitcase player. When you're a suitcase player, you just lock down, get a couple things. And the crazy part about it, even though he's a suitcase player, he's an impact player. Russell plays hard. He plays very hard. But the problem is, again, he's that type of player. He wants a ring so bad, no matter where he goes. Now, here's my personal thoughts. And I don't know what the audience are thinking and what they're going to say. I think that if Russell stays in the league, he's got to go to a team that's a need, like my guys, Chicago Bulls. I think he would fit in excellent with Chicago. Young nucleus, still got some good things going on. Or he would need to fit in with a veteran team, Val, that's already NBA or championship bound, like a Boston Celtics, who just lost Smart, defensive guy, and can add Russell there because they can use him because they still got Jason Tatum and others. So they still got the two big boys that's going to be in Boston and Tatum and Brown. So, when you're looking at that situation, Russell needs to go to something like that so he'll be a benefit. If he's not going to be a benefit, you know how it is, Val. When you're an athlete, what's the worst thing you want to do? Retire.
Right? So you want to stay in there. You want to stay in there and try to make things work. Let's get some things here. I think this. Let me see who this is. Balance out. Let me see who said this. Help him balance out. That's Sandra, and she says, I think he needs to take a break. I think that's what she said. I think at most, he could take a break and it could help with his own thinking, and then the break could go ahead and balance him out. Mr. Womble says Russell is a headache. Go into fashion full time. He better be careful. Harden is the next on that blackball list. Oh my God.
I 100% agree. Harding is next. Yeah.
Matthew Rice says Russ should keep playing. He needs to know his role and play it and stop trying to be a hero. And
something? I like Matt. That's my guy, and I like that. Very good comment. And I like that comment all the way down to the middle school. When you know your role, right there, everything. When I come on the show, I know I got the sports. My role ain't entertainment. That's Val, the voice role. You know what I'm saying? And I just got to be. Me and you ride like Tonto and Hi-Yo Silver in the Lone Ranger. You know what I'm saying? Kimo Sabi. And we got to roll like, or we Starsky and Hutch, baby, or, Bo and Luke Duke. You know what I'm saying? We a pair. So when you're doing that, and Russell doesn't understand that because Russell wants the glory. He doesn't care that LeBron was the mainsayer of the Lakers. Russell wants to do it. And the problem he's going to have, Val, is I don't think there's an NBA owner, not the players, but I don't think there's an owner out there that was going to pay him the money to come in and be Russell Westbrook of old. I think those days are gone.
Wow. And Michael doesn't want you to bring Russ to the Bulls. He says, don't bring Russell to my Bulls. Jalen Rose 2.0. You agree with that?
Hey, and speaking of bringing to my Bulls, if you guys are not tuning in to this Saturday to the WNBA All Star, and I hope my boy Coach Justin Allen is listening to this because he told me in the car on the way back home from the show last weekend, Coach, man, I really ain't gotten into the WNBA. Man, I'm telling you, if you're not watching the WNBA, you're crazy. These girls play hard. They play traditional basketball. They play fundamental basketball, and they play the game the way it's supposed to. Last night, Val, I'm going to tell you, my girl, Brittany Griner, played the LA Sparks last night and got a dunk on a drop step in the paint for the first time in the season. And then I flipped the channel and watched my girl Kelsey Plum set a WNBA record going 13 for 18 from the field last night to drop 41 points. And it's never been done in a WNBA game. So these girls are serious, period.
Yeah. And I think now that was last night, but when does the official All Star game officially starts. I thought it was tomorrow.
No. So you got Sin City, and I'm trying to get a ticket to get out to Vegas right now. If I have to go hang out with my boys this weekend in Indianapolis and be at the Essence Festival, I will be in Vegas. But the game Friday night, you're gonna have the skills contest, Val, followed by the 3-point shooting contest, which should be off the hook. And then I like the way the WNBA does it. They bring in the NBA guys to kind of have a men and women's kind of multi-mix situation going on. I really like that. And then Friday night will be the celebrity game with the rookies in the WNBA. Nice. That's really good. And then on Saturday afternoon on ESPN/ABC, it will be the All Star game with Aja Wilson as team captain. Last year, she beat Breanna Stewart's team 134-132. Now, for Team Aja Wilson, you got Aja from Vegas. You got Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, Aaliyah Boston, who is the rookie who just came out of South Carolina, Val, playing for Dawn Staley, and she makes her first All-Star game from the vote. You got Arika Demaye. You got Kelsey Plum, who I just talked about, Lisa Gray, Alicia Thomas, Chinyata Parker, Denwada Berner, and Ella Della Don, which is my girl who was at the Chicago Sky before she got traded and went to Washington. That is Aja's team. Now on Breanna's team, Breanna Stewart, it's got Breanna Stewart and none other than who we just spoke about too, and Brittany Griner. Brittany's on Breanna's team. She has Jewel Lloyd, Satan Sabali, Nike Ogunwadi, Courtney Vandersloot, and I love Vandersloot when she's with Chicago Sky. Sabrina Izona, Izzy May, Mabengar, Nat Collier, Kelsey Mitchell, and Kayla Cooper from Chicago. So you're going to have a heck of a game this weekend.
Yeah, and the same with the NBA along with the WNBA. This marks the mid-season of the WNBA. So if you haven't been watching, please go ahead and watch these phenomenal young ladies out here just pushing and grinding, and it's been fun. Last year, the All-Star game was right here at the Wintrust Arena here in Chicago. I haven't seen the Chicago Sparks game, but I am going to buy tickets. I haven't seen the Chicago Sky team, but I am going to get some tickets to see them before the season
is ridiculous. I got a chance to go on the championship. I sent you those pictures a few years ago. I was in the house with our girl Candace Parker when they won that. When she did like, give me get that ring. But right now, Las Vegas 17-2 going into the break. New York is 13-4. Breanna. Connecticut is 14-5, and the Atlanta Dream is 10-8. That's your top four teams going into the All-Star break. Now, for everybody that's listening, the big difference between the NBA and WNBA is that in the NBA we got an East Conference and a West Conference. Because of the WNBA's makeup, they just have all of the teams in one particular conference, which I like. That means you're just fighting from top to bottom throughout the entire season. And these women go hard every single game. My mission, Val, is to try to get one of the ex-WNBA retired players on our show or one of the current players. So stay tuned. And the only way you're going to know is you must push that button and subscribe to Interludes Talk on Tuesday.
Thank you. Who is that? Rochelle. Hey, Rochelle. Good to see you.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, Rochelle. She's out of the West Side, but she's
West Side. Hey, West Side. We still South Side stomping up here. Don't get it twisted.
Now, Justin has a question for you. Coach, why do you think college women's basketball is so much more popular than the WNBA?
I think that you will thank Miss Dawn Staley. I am busting my butt. I'm cutting my hair off. I am trying to get an interview with Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley, Coach Allen, has put the women's basketball in a whole new atmosphere. And, the cool part about it is that She won that NCAA championship the same year that my beloved Chicago Sky won the WNBA championship, and everything was rolling so high. And I think what's happening is Dawn's got that new contract, Val. She became the first women's coach to sign a $20 million deal, and also a deal with none other than Chanel. She be on that sideline wearing that Chanel hard.
And Don, what's Don's last name again? Don Staley?
Dawn Staley, yes, coach of South Carolina Gamecocks college women basketball. And Dawn is a fierce competitor, and she's a heck of a teacher/coach. And what's so good about it, Coach Allen, is that we were so used to seeing UConn and Coach Gene Auriemma, and when Dawn just killed him. And the last few years, it's all about South Carolina. Again, let's look at the All Star game, Coach Allen. Who you got? Audrey Wilson. Where's she from? South Carolina. Rookie of the year. Who you got? Aaliyah Boston. Where's she from? South Carolina, right?
Yes,
so you got Dawn. She's not only doing her thing, Val, but she's putting these guys at the next level in the WNBA, and they mean something.
I know, and this is my friend out of New York, but from Chicago, and definitely my friend Jury O'Neill. She says Dawn Staley, love her, and she was amazing as a college player. Oh my gosh, Chris, he's saying what's up. He's saying what's up, Chandra. Thank you so much for being here. And
what's going on, Chandra? That's my girl Morgan Park in the house.
Oh, Morgan Park, and then here you got Chris Avery here, Coach.
What's up, baby? What's good with y'all? I like that. My guys checking in. That's good.
Yeah. And of course, Mark
out
of North Carolina, he says Dawn is no joke. She's no joke.
No. So, Justin, Coach out. And here's the last point about her, Val. I think that Dawn is destined to be a WNBA coach. Here's the reason why I don't think she'll go. She's making as much money, if not more money, than the WNBA coaches, and she's dominating college ball. So why leave, right? I wouldn't leave. I got Chanel, and I'm worried about college kids. I ain't got to worry about attitudes and pros. I'm good.
And Williams got a question. LSU versus Iowa. Should this happen next year with the WCBB?
Oh, my God. Oh, that's a great question. I don't think so. Here's the reason why.
Okay.
Dawn Staley will be back. South Carolina, and you heard it from Coach Tony. Go put your promotional dollars on that right now. South Carolina back in the national championship game.
Yeah. So Justin, thank you so very much. Dawn Staley ain't going, ain't got nothing on Don Evans. Wow.
Hey, Coach, what my man, what Denzel Washington say? You ain't got nothing on me.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
That's what Dawn said. That's what she's telling them while she put them colors on representing them high-end price persons in red bottom shoes. Man, come on, man.
Oh my gosh. But guys, that has been phenomenal.
And one more thing I must mention as my heart goes deepen, and you guys maybe or maybe not have read the news, and Nikki McCray unfortunately passing away. Oh, Mrs. Coach /UT, one of the greatest to play WNBA Hall of Famer. My entire heart, thoughts, and prayers goes out to Nikki's family here in Tennessee. Born and bred Knoxville girl, and the services will be, I think, this weekend coming up. But I would make sure that I was be bestowed to mention about Nikki McCray tonight on air, and all the people that knew her. Talk on Tuesday with Coach Tony and Val the Voice. Want to just go hats off, and we appreciate the love for Nikki, and you guys make sure you say a moment of silence for the family.
Yeah, and thank you so very much for letting us know about Nikki McCray. Just very sad to hear about her and her passing, and just a talented, also Olympic gold medalist, as well as a WNBA player. And our hearts and prayers go out to her family. And thank you so very much for remembering to mention that, guys. I had no idea, but Definitely. My goodness, this has
That-
been a
And
power pack.
that's why you push that subscribe button. You get it all, baby.
Hmm. Yes, yes. And thank you so very much, Kevin, for going ahead and placing that article about Nikki in the chat. But definitely go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button if you really enjoyed what you saw tonight. Go ahead and hit the like button, especially if you're on YouTube. And then go ahead and let everyone know we had our had my auntie conversation. Of course, we like the questions. A lot
Hey,
of people love asking you the questions, coach, because
hey,
I'm getting educated as well as everyone else.
hey, Val. That's why I asked what you're thinking. What you're thinking out there. I just want to know what you're thinking. Not what you're thinking. I want to know what you're thinking. So I want to know that. And I appreciate it. It's been great. And it's been a absolutely wonderful show tonight, Val. It's been, again, hats off. Thank you, thank you, thank you for spending time with me and my team. My parents really appreciate it. My coach
Oh,
appreciate it. And I need to get some of those shots. I need to get that documentary. I need to get that. I need to get that trailer put together so we can show the folks.
yes, because the very camera that I am actually doing this broadcast on is the camera that I lugged with me so that I could go ahead and get you guys and get some shots of you because it was really good. So, guys, go out here and enjoy your summer. Thank you so very much for joining us on tonight. And let me go ahead and take care of some situations right now. If you guys need help in any way regarding legal shield or any in that regards, if you need help with a will, if you need help with trust, go ahead and text the word legal to the number 347-652. I corrected the number 652-0243. I don't know why I had the wrong
Right.
number
You had
at
me calling. Well,
662.
hey, I needed them last week. I was trying to call them. I don't know what I was getting to.
Oh, so gosh. And if you're trying to become a fan, if you're interested in starting your own platform or become a fan of Talk on Tuesdays, our audio show Interludes, a Pure Lighthouse production, join us on Patreon. And I'll ask Kevin to go ahead and place it in the chat. Become a fan and a member of our podcasting community today. And then also go ahead and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It's been a blast doing this. And guys, my additional push, if you guys are trying to figure out what to do in the morning, please join me on Clubhouse in the House of Creativity, where I am one of the main moderators and DJs for that space. So it's been a fun time getting to know those things. And so, guys, I think I'll be on tomorrow for Wellness Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time, and that's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll have more of that information for you guys on next week on behalf of myself.
And don't forget, Val, let them know you must continue to watch it because your boy right here, Coach Tony, in a few weeks, we coming with the pull-up. We coming with that pull-up podcast, pull-up podcast. Pull-up podcast, pull-up podcast. It's the pull-up podcast. We coming with it. We're going to drop it. It's going to be sports and more. We're going to act a fool. We're going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing nice.
Make sure
Bring
that
your
you
friends to y'all. We just talk. We go. Hey, it's gonna be everything, baby. We coming to you in your living room.
Of course, of course. Join us next week, and I'll have some more fun entertainment news, and then we're gonna get some more education on some sports. On behalf of myself and Coach Tony, we're out. Peace.